Greetings everybody, Master Pulkumar Patel. Welcome to LeetCode problem solving series. Today we are going to solve the question 1812, determine color of a chessboard square. So we'll start by understanding our problem and then directly move to the optimized approach for solving the problem because the problem is much simpler and easy today to solve. So let's just start by understanding our problem, what it is trying to say. So as you can see, we are given a complete chessboard, okay, in the problem, and our task is that first of all the input which will be given to us, okay, it will be in a form of string, and the string will only and only contain two characters. The characters are also fixed, okay. In the constraints given that the first character, or we can say the 0th index, will contain a letter from A to H, okay, and the second, like we can second character, or we can say first index character will contain numbers from 1 to 8. Okay, now what this will form, this will form a position. Okay, let's say we have first test case which is A1, okay, in second we have H3. So these are the positions of a square in a chessboard. As you can see, this one, this the cursor, the square where cursor is pointing of mine, which it is A1. Okay, now let's say we take this square, okay, this square, this square is E and 5. So this is E5. So this way we are given a position of a square in a chessboard. What our task is that we need to check if the given square to us is white or black. If it is white, then we need to return true, and if it's not white, then we need to return false. This is our simple task. As you can see, A1, it is black in color, so we need to return false. But another test case which is H3. Now here, as you can see, it is H and 3. So H3 is white in color, so we will return true for it. Okay, this is our simple task that we need to do. Now let's just move directly to optimized approach. See, many of you would just try to solve it like in a brute force way, like by using nested loops to continuously iterate and check if the complete given part is like white in color or black in color. Or another approach, which is the most brute force one, too much redundant, it is that we need to declare a nested vector. Okay, like nested vector in this way, a vector, and inside that another vector of boolean values. Okay, and inside this, for each and every square we will like store if it is white or black. Okay, and after, like, for storing that also we need nested for loops. So we will first of all declare nested vectors, and inside that we will store each and every square's color, if it is white or not, true or false, by using nested for loops. And after completion of the for loop, we will simply directly check if our given input is a white square or it is a black square by using the given vector. But obviously, you know, it is too much redundant because our values and our or we can say the colors, they are already fixed, because A1 is always going to be black, and let's say B1 is also going to be always and always white. So this way our input like can be judged very easily because of the fixed positions and fixed colors. So one observation, okay, that also many of you would have just noticed something, that our squares, okay, now squares position contains, currently in the form of input we are given a string, but we can convert our position into an integer. How? See, first of all, we have only an integer in our given input, which is 1 for the first test case, and for every test case our second we can say character, or the first index character, is always going to be number, which is given as a constraint. So that is fixed, that it is a number. Now for converting our we can say 0 index character, which is between A and H, for converting that we can use the ASCII values which we have. We can easily do a mathematical operation by doing a sum or a negative number, like subtraction, to get a single integer in the form of we can say input, to judge it based on its numbers type, like if it is odd, even, or that way. Now how this idea will work, let's just let me just show you that how it can work. See, that is a simple observation, that let's just take this one. Okay, A1 is our square for our test case. Now 1 is obviously 1. A, let's just you, all of you know that A's ASCII value is 96. Okay, all of you know that it's 96. But let's just take in mind that we have alphabets, not in the form of ASCII, but in the form of its real values, like place values from 1 to 26. Now everyone know that A is going to be coming at first place, so it will be 1. Now 1 plus 1, so it is going to be give us 2. Now 2 is an even number. This way, okay, this way you can check that every sum of every square. Let's just take okay, this square, okay, this one, the square that I'm currently pointing. It is E, or sorry, F. It is F6. Okay, so F's position, you know that F is equal to 6 in the place values from 1 to 26. So 6 plus 6 is going to give us 12. Now 12 is also an even number. So 12 is even number, and we know that yes, it is black. This way, it is an observation that any square of which the sum positions of sum give us an even number, it is going to be always black. Okay, this is an observation. You can check it, you can test it yourself. Let's just take this one. Okay, this is this black square. It is B and 8. So 8 is 8 and B is equal to 2 from 1 to 26. So 8 plus 2 is going to give us 10. And 10 is obviously an even number. This way, every black square's positions, when done some operation on its every character, it will always give us an even number. This way we have a trick that if our current character's sum is going to give us an we can say even number, then simply return false, because we know that yes, it is a black square. But if the sum is not a even number, it is an odd number, then simply return true. This way, by using this trick, we can completely solve this problem very easily in a simple if and else. No loops, no variable, nothing, just an if and an else. Let's just go for it. This is our today's optimized approach. As I mentioned, let's just go for the coding part. If, simple if coordinates, which is our string that we have, if coordinates first character plus coordinates of first index, like if that sum is equal to for checking it the sum is even or not, we will do it this way. If that percentage 2 equal to 0, then we know that yes, the sum is even and it is a black square, so return false. But if it's not even, then we know that yes, it's odd and it's a white square, so simply return true. Okay, let's just check if that works for us, our every test case, main test case or not. Okay, there is some error. Okay, see, I think we should keep our operations in brackets. Okay, so that it's easy for the compiler, because I think due to this plus and percentage, it's like just being confused that what to do first. So let's just keep brackets and make it clear for the compiler. So yeah, it works perfectly. Let's just run it, and by submitting for the internal edge cases checking too, if that works for the internal all cases or not. It perfectly works. So yeah, as you can see, it works, and it is obviously the optimized solution, best optimized solution, because we are just simply using a single if and else for solving the problem. So this way we can simply completely solve this complete problem. Okay, you can use brute force approach, but it is obviously too much redundant and not needed for this type of problem. Okay, and for the ones who want the code, okay, this code as well as the brute force approach that I mentioned, the nested vectors, okay, you should check that for your own information knowledge. You can check that by checking the links which I have given in the description of the video. Both of these codes will be attached there. If you have any doubt or you have any feedback, you can put that in the comment box below, any type of feedback. If you want to connect with me personally, you can use my social connections link, also present in the description of the video. Also, if you want to check another questions, okay, I'm trying to like make videos on daily questions of LeetCode 2 that are present in the LeetCode problem solving series. You can check that. Also, other questions are also going to be added later. So for following along, you can subscribe to my channel. Okay, for more tech and coding related content too, it is also in the channel. You can subscribe to the channel for that too. Thank you very much for staying till the end. Thank you very much.